Hello, lovely, lovely Libras. I'm having coffee with Libra today. I usually have coffee with Cappy, but it's coffee with Libra. I think we're going to need it. This is going up on Monday, which I believe is the 26th, which I believe is one of the 2 days when we're going to be seeing the Scorpio full moon. It's the pink moon. Scorpio full moon is a very intense energy. We're talking possible mini tower moments, big emotions. So we'll see what happens there. I think I'm picking up a link as well between um, this the Scorpio full moon energy, which I've been feeling building, and also the stingray reading from those Tell Me Anything readings that I did. I feel like there's some sort of culmination happening. I do feel like a rounding up of some sort of energy, but yeah, that stingray tail, the scorpion tail, is definitely feeling a little bit primed right now. So hopefully we're going to navigate these energies really well. I think you're ready for it. The diamond flipped out of this deck onto my hand as I was preparing for this reading, and Libra, you are the diamond heart. So it's almost like maintain your integrity, maintain your composure, be very still, be very centered, and if there is any drama around you, I don't think you're going to be causing the drama. You're normally the one cooling the fires, but if there's drama around you, especially around Monday, Tuesday, just be the peacemaker. Be quiet, watch and wait, allow things to cool down, kind of just step back a little bit, be a little bit removed from what's happening, is kind of the advice that's coming through. Also, very interestingly and perfect timing, I've been getting a lot of fairy mermaid stuff coming through. So I've bought two new decks. I've got the Oracle of the Fairies, and this author, Karen Kay, she does have a mermaid book as well, but it was by a different artist, and I preferred the artwork in this book. So a tarot deck, the Mermaid Tarot by Lisa Robertson. So I've got a tarot deck and an Oracle deck, fairies and mermaids. So we're going to see what becomes of that. I am going to use them for your reading today. Yeah, bit nervous, bit excited. It feels like that kind of energy, like, when it's like something has to end so something can begin, or something good's coming, but people are going to be jealous. It feels like that kind of thing, like good news, bad news, sort of thing. Let's get you then a song for your reading, if I can get my Spotify to work, my tablet to work. Fingers crossed we don't get an advert. So this is the song that came through for the last reading that I did. So we're talking Libra. The reading is timeless when it finds you. It's your reading at that time. Gender's very fluid in tarot. So if it's a man on the card and you identify as a female, just know that you can switch the roles around as necessary. I may be saying you, but that may be somebody that you're dealing with. Cross watchers do come in and kind of mess up the energies a little bit, which is fine. Hi, cross watchers. And what else did I need to say? It's a general reading. It's not a personal reading. So some of the messages are for you, some of them aren't. It's up to you to use your intuition to determine what is and isn't for you. So Libra though, Libra for Monday. I'm hearing Trust in You by Daigle. Brightside by Millington. I've been staring at staying up all night. It's getting hard to notice, but you tell me you're alright. Okay, maybe looking on the bright side, Libra. Maybe that's the advice. Look on the bright side. I'm going to make a note of that song. All the songs that come through will be in the description box down below for you. So Trusting You by Daigle. And Brightside by Millington. I'm getting very hot all of a sudden as well. So energy's rising a little bit here going into your reading. Let's see what you get then. So Libra for Monday. Libra. Lovely, lovely Libras for Monday. Naughty cards. Yeah, definitely could be... what's this? Hammock. Taking a vacation physically or mentally. Yeah, so it's like... it is sort of saying to me you need to like mentally disconnect, or remove yourself from the situation. If say like a family are having a bit of an argument, maybe you've got brothers and sisters and they're having a bit of a fallout, or Maybe, I don't know, your friend, you know, a couple of your friends have got into a tiff with each other. It's like, Libra, you're very good at sitting on the fence, right? You're very good at taking yourself out of the situation. You don't want to take sides. Oh, look at that as well, wedge. Yeah, it's like someone's trying to become between you and a friend or something you want. So somebody's trying to either cause trouble or maybe not even intentionally cause trouble. They're just getting a bit upset about something. I feel like the more you take yourself out of the situation, the more you go and, you know, have a sleep instead, right? It's like turn off the phone, disconnect from social media, go and have a nap. You're going to feel, when you wake up, you're going to feel a lot calmer. You're going to feel a lot more mentally prepared to deal with whatever it is. Go for a walk, whatever you need to do, talk to somebody else, you know, just remove from the situation, take a mental or physical distance from whatever is happening there. Dogs, getting together with friends. So again, it could be somebody's trying to drive a wedge between you and a friend. It could be that something happens when you're out with friends. And basket here as well. Recognition, reward for merit. Well, there you go. It could be that someone's a bit jealous, maybe, with the sting in the tail. That's kind of what's picking up on. So I'm going to try and take away that kind of slight concern. I'm going to try and ignore that. No, I can't, because it is in your reading. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want. So what you want to get together with friends, but there's something stopping you. And then reward and recognition for merit. Okay, let's pop those up and see what else we get. Maybe you need to go on a picnic. I've just seen the hammock and the basket. It's like a, you know, just going hanging out in the woods with friends. I just saw career, but it flipped back in. Libra, please. Thank you. Libra, the reading's going up on Monday. That was a bit secretive. Get out. Okay. Tulip, great passion. Well, lovely. So it can be great passion as in, you know, a romantic sense, but it could also be a passion for what you do. I did see career, so it may be you're going to be doing something with great passion. You may have great passion for your friends, you know, so something there. I feel like there's going to be something that feels really good. Apple, temptation will test you. Okay, I feel like the snake as well there. It's like Scorpio energy again. Hats. Sorry, Scorpios. You're not... There's a lot of very, very lovely Scorpios, but Scorpio is an energy that is known for having that sting in the tail, right? Known for being a bit secretive, known for playing the long game. So on the good side of a Scorpio, you know, you're going to be looked after. But, you know, that shadow Scorpio energy is not great. So I'm mentioning Scorpio a lot because it's a Scorpio full moon and I'm getting that sting in the tail sense. I'm not bad-mouthing every single Scorpio. My mum's a Scorpio and she's lovely. Okay, it all depends on your full birth chart, your life experiences, things like this. Just to make that clear, I'm not having a go at Scorpios. You will be playing a different role. Or maybe this is reward for merit, right? Or it could be you're playing a different role within your friendship group. Maybe you've always been the peacemaker, you know, the negotiator, the person who keeps everything, you know, everybody connected. You know, maybe you're the hub of your friendship network, but maybe there's a change where it's like you need to lead them somehow. You know, maybe there is some kind of vacation coming up and you're going to be the person who's coming up with the ideas. You're very passionate about it. You're kind of taking the lead. So it could just be that you're playing a different role there as well. January, something could have happened in January. Somebody that you're connected with could have a birthday in January, so that would be, hang on, that would be Capricorn, Aquarius. It could be that something is coming up next January. So January is involved somehow. Again, it could be maybe you're trying to get together with friends in January, but COVID restrictions made a bit of a wedge there. There you go, career. I told you I saw career. So yeah, you could be getting recognition for something that you do as part of your job. You may be playing a new role in terms of your career there. I may just kind of bob those over like that. The hat talks to me about leadership as well, though. The hat is like a crown, right? So it could be something there for you. What else, please? What else for Libra? What else is coming along for Libra this week? What else should Libra be aware of? so funny because the mice card has come out there. Oh, wishbone. A wish is granted. Now that's funny because as I was setting up the cards, I saw a broken wishbone, which really struck me as at odds with some of the other cards that I was seeing. It didn't feel right. And now I'm seeing a wish is granted. So I think you maybe have... just be careful that you don't have a negative mindset, that you don't... miss out on opportunities because you feel like you're not worthy of them, or maybe there's a bit of a reluctance if you're stepping up into some sort of leadership position. There may be some confidence issues there. Maybe you don't want the drama that comes with being the person who makes the decisions. But I think don't talk yourself out of your dreams and wishes. Don't think that you don't deserve reward and recognition. Okay, I feel like something you've wished for, either consciously or subconsciously, could be coming your way. I feel like temptation will test you. It could almost be like tempted away from something that you deserve. Does that make sense? It could be that somebody's like don't take that job offer, come on holiday with me instead, where it's like, oh well, yeah, but I don't want to miss out on this. So it could be something like that, if you see what I mean. Yeah, good news. Okay, brilliant. Wishes granted, good news, good. The mice though, discord among friends or family. So I do feel like you're kind of going your own way here a little bit. You're not running with the crowd. You've kind of turned your back to go in a different direction. So it can sometimes mean that when you have been playing a certain role for a long time, I'm just thinking of this friends and family thing here. When you've always kind of been in a certain role, you've always been the hub of the group, or the person who is on everybody's side, the peacemaker, and suddenly you're like, do you know what, actually I do want that leadership position, I am going to go for that job. People may be like, oh my goodness, Libra, what happened to you? Like, I didn't expect that. And they may be a little bit uncomfortable with that. It's like, well, Libra's always the one that I depend on. Libra's always the one that kind of helps me with my work. Like, I don't know how I feel about Libra, like, unexpectedly taking this job. So it could be that there's a little bit of an upset there. Just as people get used to the idea. I'm not picking up on anything that's like majorly intentionally negative. It's not like anyone is trying to stab you in the back here. That's not what I'm picking up on at all. I'm more picking up on in a similar way to Virgo, so I don't know if some of you are Virgo Libra cusp, more like some people don't really like change. People are like, oh, what does this mean? And sometimes people can get a bit gossipy when you step up and do something for yourself. It's a bit like, oh, did you hear what Libra did? So it's more that the dust is kind of in the air at the moment. Everybody's a bit unsettled. But I feel like if you just kind of keep doing what you're doing, keep looking after yourself, keep that high vibrational energy, don't engage in any drama or conflict, I feel like the dust will settle again. People will get used to the idea, and everybody's going to get a bit more comfortable. It's like, I don't think this is like a long-term thing for you, but there may just be a little bit of trouble, a little bit of like the dust being like shook up around something. Again, Virgo has something very similar where it's like they were going to get some reward and recognition, possibly in their career, and it meant they were going to be in the spotlight. Other people were going to get a bit jealous, and so the message for Virgo, so if you are in the cusp, maybe go and watch that reading, but the message they were getting was that they had to kind of share the spotlight with others and say, I couldn't make it here without the contribution of my friends. This person always kept me in a good mood. This person always worked really hard. So it's like, share that spotlight, okay? And that was the message that was coming through for them. My tummy's rumbling. Archway, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. So that's really good. I do feel like you're getting the reward and recognition, which leads to new opportunities for you. So that's really nice to see. Especially with like lockdown restrictions starting to ease in some places, things are starting to move again. So it could be that new opportunities will be thrown into your path. I'm going to use this new fairy deck to get a fairy advice card for you. So can we get a fairy advice card, please, for Libra at the start of the reading? What are we doing for Libra here? Looking on the bright side, come on. What do the fairies want to tell us? There we go. Tree wisdom on the bottom. This tree dryad will help you navigate through your current situation. Her flute can reveal insights and answers through the sounds it makes. So possibly listening to music could be very helpful to you at the moment. You could perhaps receive guidance messages through music. Maybe just go and you know, have that quiet time, listen to music, even if it's like meditation music, anything to kind of help you help navigate through your situation. But what's this card? Oh my goodness, that's really cute. I haven't seen this card yet. I kind of played with the deck and made sure it was all, the cards were all loose. Sometimes they stick together when it's a new deck, but I haven't looked at every single card yet. So I haven't seen this one yet. Hope. Hope is always there, even if we can't see it. That's so funny. Optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. Okay, I'm definitely feeling this card for two reasons. Firstly, because when lockdown started, very, you know, in the early stages, a lot of the children in the local area were drawing pictures or painting rainbows and putting them up in the window. As a sign of hope to the other children, mainly, you know, if the friends were walking past, they'd see, you know, they'd see the artwork of the other children. It was almost like a hi, I'm still here. And the message that my daughter put on hers was hope is always there, even if we can't see it. It was very, very similar to that. I think she rephrased it as even though we can't see it, hope is always there, I think is the way that she said it. And if you think about it, we can't always see the rainbows, but the things that make the rainbows are always there. The sun is always there. Sometimes we can't see it. Sometimes it's nighttime. Sometimes the clouds are there, but the sun never goes away. And sorry, that just made me think of something else that's kind of personal to me. You know, the again, it's this Libran thing coming through of like the diamond heart that keeps coming through. Like the rainbow is created as the light goes through the rain particles, which breaks the light apart into its different colours. So the moisture in the air, you know, the water never goes out of our atmosphere. It's always in the water cycle, right? So it's like the sun is always there, hope is always there, the brightness is always there, even in those moments where we feel like the dark is at its strongest. We're never alone. Like, yeah, peace, the dove of peace there as well, hope. It's a really, really nice card. Have I forgotten the other thing that I wanted to say? Yeah, so optimistic expectations can help change a negative situation into a positive one. Now, this is a bit of a silly thing, but I play a computer game called The Sims. You've probably heard me talk about it a few times on the channel if you've been here a while. And this week, the week just gone, my own sim, so my character in the game, died. I did push it a little bit, so whoops. And I kind of went away. I kind of ended my gameplay session there and thought, it's not all doom and gloom, right? There's ghosts in the game. I'm going to get my ghost and I'm going to go on a ghost adventure. I'm going to take her to the jungle and we're going to go on an adventure as a ghost. I'm going to turn it into like a fun thing. So it was like, I actually said in it, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. So, turn a negative situation into a positive one. Okay, my sim died, but let's go and have fun as a ghost, right? It's like, I can do something with this. I can make this into something else. So try and have that positive mental attitude no matter what's thrown at you this week. Try and turn those, I heard sour something. It was like sour lemons. Turn those sour lemons into, you'll be talking about the people who are sour around you, right? Into something that is positive. You're very good at doing that, Libra. Okay, beautiful. Really nice card there. Okay. So I'm just going to actually pause and just have a bit of my coffee. I'm getting a bit of a dry mouth. I'll be back in a second. Okay, the funny thing is that as soon as I paused, I looked at the timestamp and it was 1919. Ones and nines make tens. Tens are about completions, about endings. 10 would break down in, well, it would add to 20, which would break down into a 2 if we're doing numerology, which is about partnership. Nines are about something that's been a long journey, a long process. Ones to me are about putting yourself first. So interesting messages coming through with that there. What is the heart of the matter, please, for Libra? Is that turned around? Nine of Fire. Yeah, there you go. And talking of nines, that's literally, as I say, nines can be about something that's been a long process. You know, a journey that you've been on for a long time. It's quite grueling. But the lovely thing about this card, this is the one I'm going to take to the center of your reading, I think. The lovely thing about this card is like, this person still has hope. They're literally in a dark place, right? They're in a dark cave. Now, I will pull another card because I feel like, because I paused, some of you may suspect that I've set that up and I haven't. So I will put this card back in and we'll go again. But perhaps they just wanted me to talk about this card. So this is somebody who, the Nine of Wands is about the Wounded Warrior card. It's somebody who's been persevering with something. They've had a lot of grit and determination to make it as far as they've got, but they're feeling very, very kind of battle worn. They're at the point where they almost feel like they're going to give up, but it's like, pick yourself up one last time. And then you get to the Ten of Wands, which is about, it's almost time to put down those burdens. So it's somebody who may have been in quite a dark place, a dark situation, been dealing with some sort of problem for a very, very long time, but you can see she's never given up hope. This is the beautiful thing about the depiction of this, the image of this card on in this deck. She's holding onto these stars, which represent her hopes, her dreams, and her wishes. She's finding light from within. She's lighting up. She's not expecting someone to come in and save her. She's not expecting someone to come and light up that darkness for her. She's her own inner world, her own determination to succeed, or her own perseverance in terms of her own goals. Her hope is what is keeping her going in those dark times, and that comes from within, right? The Diamond Heart, right? So beautiful message there to tie into that one too. So I've put that back in the middle there. If it comes out again, it comes out again. They may want a different message to come through now that I've spoken about it. So the heart of the matter, please, for Libra. The heart of the matter, please, for Libra. Oh, okay, well, I'm going to take the card that came out first, but let's have a quick look at these. This, again, talks about dreams and wishes for me. It's the Page of Water, the Page of Cups. Now, it can typically symbolise an apology, or it can symbolise a new love offer, a new friendship, and someone coming forward with something emotional, but it's quite naive. For me, just because of the readings that I've been doing quite a lot recently, it's very Piscean energy. It talks about the imagination, the ability to hold on to childhood dreams and wishes in a very beautiful kind of hopeful, almost naive way, but in a beautiful way. It's like it's an energy that hasn't been spoilt by the shadows and the terrible things that happen in the world. It's like, even though you're perhaps an adult, maybe you're a bit of an older person, you still have a very childlike inner core that allows you to hold on to dreams of things being perfect, like the fairy tale ending. It's like you can hold on to the fairy tale ending, you still believe it's possible, where a lot of other people may have fallen to the wayside and become quite jaded. You have that purity of spirit within you. Again, I'm just going to pop all these back in. The King of Pentacles. Now, this is typically earth sign energy. It typically means a male, but it doesn't have to be a male. It doesn't have to be an earth sign. This is somebody who is very reliable, very dependable, very mature. They've got a lot of experience under the belt. They can probably give you very good advice, definitely in terms of like practical matters. This is somebody who's very dependable. You can rely on this person. It could be you, it could be somebody around you. The King of Pentacles can also sometimes talk about a long-term partner, a father, or a boss. And now, because you've got these career cards, these new opportunities, I feel like this is somebody who could potentially offer you something. So this would be the person coming in and offering you a new contract. It's somebody who has a lot of resources available to them. So let's bob that away. The High Priestess here. The High Priestess is the inner knowing. It's the part of ourselves that's most connected to the spiritual realm, whether that, whatever form that takes for you. She can see beyond the veil. She has access to, through her intuition, to things that haven't been said. She's often quite mute as well. She often sees without saying. And I was kind of picking up on this energy at the start of the reading, where it's like just kind of take a step back, watch what happens, pay attention to the small details as well with those mice there, and kind of see what you intuitively get from a situation. It's almost like you're going to have the ability to, you know, there's when people start drama, you know, it can be, there's a lot of energy there where, you know, people can be shouting, people can be waving their arms around, and you may be paying quite a lot of attention normally to what the person is saying is the problem. So somebody may be saying something's a problem, or, you know, acting a certain way, and it's almost like you can see behind that, you can see the motivation, the core. Again, that's that kind of Piscean card there, the Page of Cups from this deck talks to me about the kind of distilled pure emotion that's behind the show. So there's the core of the matter, and then there's the way the person expresses that. So you're able to see what the real problem is, you know, the real reason why they're acting the way that they're acting. So it's almost like the way they're acting is unimportant because it's not the heart of the matter. It's funny that I was asking about the heart of the matter. I'm also seeing the link between these two colours here. Oh, it's funny as well, look, solitude is underneath here, and she's out in the woods. So again, it's this feeling of connecting to nature, and being quite spiritual, looking for the signs, looking for the synchronicities, and there's that beautiful kind of like greeny blue colouring there that's kind of standing out to me quite a lot. But she's going back in because the heart of the matter is Ace of Fire. Is it supposed to be in reverse? No, it's supposed to be in the upright, very clearly there. Okay, so I feel like, what do we have? Great passion here. So there is a flame that, it's funny that bouquet is underneath that there. Oh, and there's the diamond, look. And there's ladder. Oh my goodness, it keeps going. Look at all this. And then rat. Right, okay, so something has lit a fire inside you. Something has, or will, you know, may not have happened yet. Something is going to, light that fire inside you, light that spark. You're going to have like a moment of inspiration, of almost like intuition. It's like, let your passion guide you, let your instincts guide you. There's something new coming in with it being an ace, and it's normally something that's divinely guided. It's like something that's put in your path because it's meant for you, but it's not fixed yet, right? It's still in the concept stage, it's still in the offer stage, it's still in the ideas stage. It's very creative energy, and it's very impulsive and passionate, and there's a lot of oomph behind it. So whatever this is for you, something's going to get you quite fired up in a very excited, passionate way. You're going to really want to get involved in whatever this is, or with whoever this is for you. Okay, so this is going to be driving you at the moment as well. It's almost like clarity of, like, suddenly seeing very clearly, suddenly knowing what you want to do. The funny thing is as well, I think I've told this story before, but this is kind of like, I took it as like a gift from the universe. I was out for a walk, and I was feeling quite emotional, and as I was leaving the park, there was this lighter just placed perfectly on the edge of a bridge, over, like it's a bridge over this stream, and I saw it and I thought, that's a really nice colour, and walked past. And again, purple is about intuition, but I realised kind of as I was passing it, the song that was playing was the Cat Empire, Steal the Light. So it was almost telling me, steal the light, right? And I'm a bit of a goody two-shoes, really. I don't really like to do things that are, I kind of have a naughty side, but it's more like playful, mischievous, rather than actually doing something that I would consider is like quite bad. So stealing to me is like not something you should do. But it's a lighter. I think they're like, what, 40p, something like this. I don't know how much they are at the moment. They're not expensive. And I don't know. I doubled back and I went and got it. And I was like, okay, I feel like the universe wanted me to have this. Steal the light to see, but it doesn't work, right? It doesn't work. The flint's gone. There is like petrol in it. What's inside it? Fuel in it. So I've had this for a while, and every now and again I pick it up and I try and light it. Doesn't work. So I've been thinking, it's almost like when it works, then I'll be able to see clearly, is the way it's coming through. And then I had a moment of inspiration. I can't remember if it was yesterday or the day before. I was lighting my joss sticks and I looked at it and I thought, steal the light, steal the light. So I had lit the joss stick with the match, and the joss stick had the flame on the end, and I lit it underneath it. And of course, it hasn't got the spark to light itself, but it has the fuel, so it lit. Basically, it lit from the fire from the joss stick. I stole the light. I still don't quite see, but I feel like I'm onto something. So the universe is leading me with something. It's funny as well, I was talking about it the other day and I saw another lighter on the street. I've not seen lighters left lying around for ages, and so the only two was when Steal the Light was playing, and when I was talking about finding the first lighter, I was like, this is getting a bit freaky. So Steal the Light to see. You may have the fuel, but you may need somebody else to come in and get the fire started, perhaps, is what the universe is trying to tell me. And I've gone very hot all of a sudden. What led Libra here? What's behind Libra? How did Libra get here, please? What's going on for Libra in the past? What guided Libra here? Well, that's too many. It could be a fallout, but I'm seeing fortune. I'm just going to kind of bobble that back in. I can't take that many cards, and you know I can't. Why are you being so difficult? What's behind Libra? Here we go. Oh, we've got two. Messenger of Earth and the Ace of Earth. So it's like there's a new offer. And it's tangible, it's real. This could definitely be like a job offer. Maybe it could be like a job offer that never got off the ground. Or some kind of opportunity that never got off the ground, because someone couldn't see how to do it, or someone couldn't light. It's like you had the fuel but not the flame. So the Ace of Earth, again, you've got two aces here. The Ace of Earth is like it's like something tangible, it's something practical, it's something that it's like a seed, right? You could plant it and it could grow into something that's quite abundant. So it can mean it can literally be like a job offer. You know, we saw the diamond. For some of you, it's an engagement ring. That's kind of the high end, right? That's kind of like the top tier of the Ace of Earth. For some of you, it could literally be like someone gave you a packet of seeds and you went and planted them. So, but it's something real and tangible, something that's going to actually be something you can hold, or something that, you know, it's real. It's part of, it's not a concept. It's the concept or the offer of something real kind of thing. This is passion. This is practical. The Messenger of Earth is the person who brings the pentacle forward, but they're very, very slow moving. It's Virgoan energy for me. It's somebody who is like, right, I've got some kind of idea, but I always say it's the person who packs the picnic basket. It's the slowest moving knight of the deck, but it's the person who's going to get you there. It's the person who's most likely to cross the finish line because they're so practical, because they're so organized, because they're so dependable. It's like everybody else could be like enthusiastic. Everybody else is like, right, let's go and do this. But this is the person who says, right, okay, I'm just going to make sure I was saying this in Virgo's reading. It's like, I'm going to make sure I've got tickets, money, passport, phone. I'm going to make sure I've got the bag packed. I'm going to make sure we've got food for the journey. But it's like, you're always thankful for this person in the long run, because when everybody else runs out of steam, this is the person who's got like the resources to keep going. So, it's kind of like the tortoise that wins the race. So this is either you wanting to make an offer to someone, wanting to get something off the ground, coming up with a bit of a plan and starting to take action. This is like getting the ball rolling. So this on its own is just a concept. A concept and offer, but this combined with this is like actually not even, it's past the planning stage. It's like actually taking tangible steps in the direction of what you want. But it's like that spark needed to be lit. This is also kind of emperor energy to me. You can see they've both got the kind of horns there. So this talks about an emperor in the making. the potential for Emperor energy, which is somebody who's in a leadership position, somebody who has a lot of life experience, somebody who's got a lot of control, a lot of resources. So you've got some kind of concept coming in here. You are taking steps. You know, for me, it could be like, oh, I've got the idea to do tarot cards in lockdown. Do you know what? I'm going to start a YouTube channel. I'm going to buy some tarot decks. So it's like not just the concept, it's actually taking action on it. So the spark there is, I feel like things could be about to take off for you. Where is Libra going? Where is Libra heading? Where is this taking Libra, please? If you've had to be patient, you're not going to have to be patient anymore. The patience card is the temperance card in the normal tarot. It talks about having to balance out your emotions and passions, learning to be centered, learning to be balanced, learning. It's funny as well because you've got like this fast impulsive energy and then this very, very practical energy. It's like normally it'd be fire and water, but I'm seeing this card today. You can see she's almost made of stone. She looks a bit like a statue there. She's with that column. So I'm sort of seeing it today as the need to balance out your passion for the new with actually taking those practical, tangible steps. So you have to kind of balance your energy, not rushing into things, but not being too slow to do it either. So yeah, if you've had to be patient, I think, you know, that time of waiting might be almost over now. I feel like things are going to pick up for you. So what's going on what's going on consciously, please, for Libra? What's going on consciously for Libra right now? Okay, so here we go. We've got communication. It's very passionate communication and action. It comes with the 5 of fire as well, though. So yeah, action, communication. This is like it's go time, communicating with other people, collaborating, you know, getting the group together, saying, where are we going to go on holiday? Whatever this is, right? And you can see all these almost like, you see, they're like the orbs, like this is yours. But it's like joining together with all these other people who are on the same path, who have the same goals. It's funny as well because it's like I feel like there is some sort of collaboration here, at least between you and one other energy. Now that could be one person, or it could be some sort of group, or you know, another business that you have to team up with. So I feel like you are very much the ideas person here. But maybe you can't get your ideas off the ground without the more practical support of this panda energy. Now, the panda talks to me about the, again, that kind of nine of wands energy of kind of the person who's persevered for a very, very long time. So I feel like there's somebody here who's been working on something for a long time. They're very dependable, and they're almost carrying you in terms of helping you to get the idea off the ground is the way that's coming through. But whatever this is, it does come with this conflict. It can be competition, right? If you're going for a job, you're going to be in competition with other people. If you may be entering a competition, it could be that you are what you're doing is very competitive. You know, for me for example, there are a lot. My video cut out. There's a lot of tarot card readers on the internet now. There's a lot of competition, if you like. I'm not doing it because I'm trying to be the best tarot card reader, but you know, I'm just trying to give you an example of what this could be. So there is communication, but there's a competitive air about it. It can actually be conflict and arguments as well. So we did have this discord among friends or family. I do feel like there could be a bit of a fallout with someone here. There is some sort of change as well. The butterflies on this card symbolize some sort of change. It's almost like phoenix energy for me. It's almost like birthed in fire. You know, you could be doing something that's all of a sudden it feels like you're thrown in at the deep end, but it's very transformative for you. They're giving me, as an example, it's a silly example, but I play a game called Need for Speed, and it's a car racing game, and I'm not very good at it. I don't have the high concentration level. I'm always crashing. But when the pressure's on, when I'm in a very fast competitive race and the police come in to chase me as that extra element of pressure, it's like all of a sudden it's like it's game time. Like I'm in the zone. So it's almost like forged under pressure, forged in fire. When things pick up, you kind of come to the forefront, because maybe everybody else gets a bit stressed, everybody else like falls to the wayside. But we were talking at the beginning about that equilibrium, that balance, being able to carry you through. So maintain your composure. This person's very composed, she's very focused. That's going to get you through. Okay, again, don't be imbalanced here. The Patience card in reverse can mean imbalance in the usual tarot. What's going on subconsciously here for Libra? What's supporting Libra subconsciously? This is the reason why I'm using this deck. This is the card that I saw when I was deciding which deck to use for you. I could see this image. The way that it was coming through when I saw it earlier was that now, I don't know if this is the way somebody sees you or the way you see somebody else. The Four of Earth, the Four of Pentacles is kind of almost a defensive energy. It's a protective energy sometimes. Sometimes it means my shield card. It can also mean saving money. Maybe you've been putting money aside, or subconsciously you've been holding on to something, but that's actually serving you. Or holding back, holding onto emotions, holding back in terms of holding back your passion. It's serving you. But the way it was coming through before was almost like this fairy is in somebody's hands, right? And it's something very, very precious. So I don't know if somebody sees you this way or you see somebody else this way, but it's like somebody wants to nurture this energy. Somebody wants to protect this energy because it's very sweet and very vulnerable, and very precious and unique. So again, with that kind of page of water card that we saw with the mermaid, and I was talking about it being something almost like a distilled purity that is very unique and precious. It's the same sort of thing that I was getting from this card as they were showing at me at the start of the reading. It's like you can see the way I'm holding it in my hands, it's like she's also holding something in her hands. So it's like you have to protect this because it's actually offering you something in return. So you're protecting it, but it's offering you something. Also, she's got these kind of, it is Pentacles energy. She's got these kind of horns or antlers or trees growing out of her head there. So it could be ideas, right? The seed in your mind, the idea in your mind. This is the seed in your mind, the idea in your head, the fantasy, the dream, the hope. But it's taking root now, and you're starting to see it in the tangible reality because it's growing now. It's not just inside you anymore. It's now outside in the tangible world. Okay. I'm going to run out of time. I'm going to have to upload what I've got so far and then carry on with this reading. 2 of air there on the bottom with the 2 white birds. One is slightly higher than the other. Could be you're not quite on the same level as somebody else. So there could be cross swords, like miscommunication. Something's not quite aligned. Because you're on slightly different stages or slightly different levels. There's like a slight imbalance there, which could be blocking your intuition a little. Right, I'm going to upload what I've got so far, and then we're going to keep going. Okay, there's going to be a bit of background noise because I've got the window open now. Just laughing at myself because I always make more space on my phone, but then I immediately fill it up with more stuff than I had before. So I'm constantly running out of space when I'm doing my readings now. What happened consciously between the 8 of Earth, the Messenger of Earth, and the 8 of Fire in the past outside of Libra, please? So what happened outside of Libra? 8 of Earth, Messenger of Earth, 8 of Fire. Whoa, yeah, lots of fallout energy. Here's the spark, right? The Ace of Wands, this is this. So here's this flame that was lit. It could be, again, this is an energy outside of you. So I'm just thinking of how phallic this looks and like the cavern around it. I think that you and somebody else had the same idea or the same inspiration, the same motivation for something. It's funny because I was talking about steal the light, right? You had the fuel but you didn't have the light, or vice versa. So somebody, oh, there's a fairy on there, look, I didn't see that first. So somebody lit someone else's wand on fire. That sounds really weird, but it's like it's like a shared aha moment. It's like if you were in that cave, right? If you were in that cave and that fire wasn't lit, the cave would be really, really dark. And again, we had that energy of like somebody in a cave, but with the fire lit. So it's like the fire gets lit and it guides someone through the darkness. They're able to see, steal the light to see. Steal the light to see. So somebody gave somebody an idea. And I was saying as well, wasn't I, on this card, it's like not just you, there's other people here involved, because there's lots of orbs here. So the light gets lit. Somebody makes a decision or needs to make a decision. Which one are you going to take? Right? And this again is an energy outside of you. So somebody had a decision to make. Now the nice thing about this, the Two of Wands normally depict somebody on land looking across the sea, because it's like this person, excuse me, maybe deciding whether or not to take some sort of voyage. But this person's looking at the land. So this person is like, right, do I want to come out of my emotions here and do something practical? Is the way this is coming through. But also, somebody may have been in their emotions. It's like this person has two wands. It's like the lighter that didn't work, right? The two wands aren't lit up. It's too watery. It's too emotional. There's no fire there. There's no passion there. But they're seeing the smoke and they're like, I know that there's... It's like this is inside the volcano. It's coming through as hypothetical, so I hope it's making more sense to you than it is to me. It's a new deck for me, so I get intuitive, crazy stuff through when I get a new deck. It's like this person knows that there's this light inside the volcano, inside the cave, inside the darkness, there's the light. And it's the light that they need because their wands are not on fire. So there's no passion, but there's too much emotion. And then here's the Eight of Wands. So they've got the same card. Right, you and this person are absolutely like mirroring each other. Look at this, because again, this is an energy outside. This is your energy. This is an energy outside of you. So Ace of Fire, Eight of Fire, right? Ace of Wands, Eight of Wands. It's the same card. They just call it fire in this tarot. So it explodes. It explodes out of there. So it's there inside the volcano, and then it explodes. It's like, but it comes from an unexpected place, because it looks like it's the top of do you see this? It's like, it looks like it's the top of the volcano, but it's not. They're actually underwater. So it's like this explosion coming up out of the depths. And you had something like this in your last reading, where it's like somebody went down and did some like soul searching, and like some emotional soul searching, and then it's like there's this sudden explosion of passion. Sudden explosion of passion. Maybe you're just having a good time, Libra. What can I say, right? They do look a little bit spermy, you know. Somebody's having a great time. Others of you, it's like he's looking over there. He's thinking, how do I get there? I'm a merman, right? How do I get up on the land? How do I go and explore that? You know, I'm used to this watery environment. How can I even withstand the heat? But unbeknownst to them, this other energy is like coming up, like underneath them, and it's like they're gonna like explode out of the water right in front of them. It's like, I'm right here. And then there's the Temperance energy, the fire, what I was saying about the fire and the water. That's what this card means. So there's this balance of emotion and passion. Okay, and then what's this card? I've got a card here that's the Magician in the reverse. Okay, so all that's going on up there. But this person, now they're not actually able to manifest their dreams at the moment, because it's in the reverse, which tells me that there's things missing here. So they've got the water, they're in the water, that's their natural element, right? They've got the fire now. Look, the wand is like lit. It's like a joss stick. The joss sticks have gone out, I've taken that long. And the fish, like, it's guiding these other energies. The fish are attracted to the light. So they've got the water, they've got the fire, but they also need the pentacle and the sword. The cup symbolises water, obviously it's full of water, they're in the water. The pentacle's here, the pentacle's coming, but it's a slow process. The sword, there's no swords here. Now swords represent communication. So I feel like this person, but this does represent communication. So I feel like this person can't communicate. This person, for some reason, feels like they can't communicate with you. And I'm seeing you as the person who's in the volcano, in the darkness, in the cave. They can't communicate with you. So you've been bringing the communication to them, but perhaps they've not been seeing it. Because there is communication and action here. I just think that they've been looking in the wrong place. Or they couldn't figure out how to communicate. So the reason why things have kind of stalled, I think, so far is because something to do with communication. But there is communication, it's just not it could be like one way, right? This communication is coming up, but this person's like, how do I get a message back to them? How do I send the message back? So what's going on subconsciously, like outside of Libra here, between the Ace of Earth and Messenger of Earth and the Four of Earth? What's going on here for an energy outside of Libra? Six of Wands. So I think this came out in the reverse. Let me just double check. No, upright. Six of Wands. So there's something to do with success here. It could be that somebody's in the limelight. Somebody's got a lot of eyes on them. Somebody's being watched. Somebody's performing in some sort of way. The Six of Wands is a card about being in the spotlight. It's also a card about reward and recognition. Now, you did have this card here, recognition, rewards for merit. Now, maybe it's not you that's getting the recognition. Maybe it's somebody around you who's getting the recognition here. But they're like, again, it's this thing about like fire and water that's coming through in the cards. Now, we've got four suits in the tarot here. Obviously, there's a water element to the mermaid deck, but the Wands energy keeps on coming up. So there's definitely something here. It could be a project, some kind of something that somebody's very passionate about. Somebody, you know, somebody's feeling like almost like instinctively led towards something, or very fired up about something. It's like swallowing the fire though, fire swallower. Again, there's this thing about maybe not speaking, swallowing their, not able to vocalize their passion, not being able to vocalize their ideas. There could be some kind of restriction on this person where they can't maybe express their true passions for something because there's a lot of eyes on them. It's between this, see, the Four of Earth is this guarded energy, the shielding energy, or holding back. Okay, so what's going on? Let's go subconsciously then. Subconsciously between the Four of Earth and the Patience card, an energy outside of Libra. Now, it doesn't mean that this is all the same person, right? It can be different people, different factors going on that are affecting you. The Emperor, whoa. Okay. Like I was talking about the King of Pentacles, this is somebody who could be like a boss, a father, somebody in a position of authority, somebody in a position where they're able to give to others or to lead. So this is, you've been shown as the Emperor a lot in your readings recently, but this is an energy outside of you. So I feel like things are going to start to happen because somebody is in a position of authority. Somebody is the person who gets to make the decisions. Somebody is the person who gets to call the shots. So there's definitely, it could be somebody, even if they're not in some kind of job or position of authority, it can be somebody taking the lead in their own life. Really kind of, I don't really want to use this phrase because I feel like it's quite dated. It's kind of gender politics-y, but I'm hearing man up. So it's somebody who's manning up, right? It's somebody who's, you know, he, she, they, however you take it. Somebody who's taking control of their life, taking the lead, getting really grounded, really calling on that kind of, I was talking about somebody being kind of like the wounded warrior here. I always say the wounded warrior is on their way to being an emperor because the emperor's fought a lot of battles. They've really persevered with things. You don't get to be the emperor if you give up too easily. This person's persevered, the battle worn, they've been there, they've done that, they've got the t-shirt and they're kind of like wearing the scars of their past experience, whether that's emotional scars, mental scars, physical scars. It's like all the experiences that they've been through have given them a lot of wisdom, a lot of perseverance, a lot of authority because they're so they fought to get where they want to be, right? So this could be somebody offering you a job. They could be offering you wisdom. He kind of, from a distance, he looks very intimidating as well. From a distance, he looks a bit like you'd be scared to approach this person, but look really closely at him. He's got very, very kind eyes. You see, he's not really scary because he can understand, because he's been in the difficult situations too. He's got sympathy. So it could be that you need to go and, you know, this person is going to help you to start taking action, to get the movement forward, to get something off the ground. They're in a position to be able to help you to do that. So you could be subconsciously aware that this person is approaching, that this person's available for you to seek advice from. What's going on, please, between the 8 of Fire, the 5 of Fire, and Patience in reverse, and energy outside of Libra, please? 8 of Fire, the 5 of Cups. Yeah, this person's definitely been through it. The 5 of Cups is a card about... There's no mermaid on this card. The 5 of Cups is, I call it my crying over spilt milk card. Whoever this person is, they've definitely, as I was talking about them having a lot of life experience, right? They're down there in the depths. They're like really deep in their emotions. Because something didn't work out. These 3 cups of spilt, they got knocked over. There was relationships that didn't work out, people who let them down. This person has a sense of loss, emotional loss. It's very dark as well on this card. But what they don't see, again, is this thing about the light and the darkness. So here is the darkness for this person. If you take out the top of the card, you know, things do look very, very dark, but there is light here. Look, there is, if she just picks her head up and turns around, she's going to see there's 2 cups still standing there. This represents the 2 of Cups in the tarot. This is like an equal relationship. Again, though, it's not quite equal. There's something to do with, like, I mean, if you're dealing with an emperor, the emperor is going to be in a position of authority, in a position of power. You may not be, you're not showing as the emperor, so it could be that you're not quite on this person's level yet, which is fine, you know. But on a emotional level, you two are a pair. You two understand each other. There's compassion there. There's feelings there. But this person that's not you, this person outside of you, they're not seeing it because they're too busy feeling some sort of loss. There is warmth. There is light. Okay, this person just hasn't noticed it yet, or they haven't. They're not perhaps ready to quite let go of something that they can't take with them. It's like that seal has to go back to the sea. So are you the seal or are they the seal? Because look, this is the emperor, right? This is the person who lives in the ocean. Now, in the last reading, you had explored your ocean. You were inviting somebody. In the last reading, you were inviting someone to explore your emotional space. You were being very open and saying, look, I'm going to explain my feelings. I'm going to ask me questions, come and explore my world, my ocean. And it almost feels like you're about to explore somebody else's emotional space. But again, there's this feeling of like you're coming from different backgrounds, from different places. Yeah, they must be the seal. They must be this person from the emotional space. Now, it's funny because the Emperor is normally Aries, Taurus, but it could be that you're dealing with somebody who's like a Pisces, perhaps Scorpio, Cancer maybe. I'm not seeing Cancer though, because Cancer is a very feminine energy, and this is a more masculine energy. It doesn't mean it's a man, by the way. It's energy, not gender. But yeah, this person's on the land. Got all this land energy. But they don't understand that you're in the water too. You're in the water too. Steal the light to see. So why is this person still in 5 of Cups energy? Because they're not seeing. They're not seeing. Give me another a card on this 5 of Cups energy. What's this 5 of Cups energy? An energy outside of Libra. What's going on here? There's something. This person's defensive. It's kind of like a what's it called? Aquaman. It reminds me of Aquaman a little bit. It could be this person's gone into. It's like somebody's not in their own territory, right? This person's the land person. They've gone down. They've explored emotions that aren't their own. They've met conflict. You know, this Five of Fire, there's conflict here. And again, this is like defensiveness. So somebody's defensive about their emotions. Somebody's strayed where they shouldn't have strayed. But this card talks about the need to get an upper hand here. So funny that you had this in the last reading too. This thing about like, I mean, go and watch that reading if you haven't already, because it was such an interesting reading. It was like Libra had been very transparent. Somebody had gone in and explored Libra's emotions. They got tangled up down there, right? Tangled up in the seaweed, and they got stuck down there. But it was like it was okay because they were a mermaid. They were able to breathe in your emotions, something like that. They were experienced with your emotions, but then they learned something that was very valuable down there when they explored your emotions. So perhaps they're still doing this, perhaps they're still in the process of doing this, but then it's like, what is going on, Libra? Three of Swords there. There is heartbreak. There is heartbreak for something that was lost, something that couldn't be saved. But it went out. It's not in its environment. It's not in the emotions. It's on the earth, but the earth is cold. It's like laying tribute. I don't know. Funny reading. Not funny, ha-ha, funny weird. So go on, what's the advice then for Libra here? What's the advice for Libra? Slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race, the Turtle. Badger spirit, be fearless and bold. There is always enough. These two water animals. The Koi talks to me about abundance and wealth. The Turtle talks to me about this kind of this energy. It's kind of Cancerian energy for me, of being quite guarded, especially emotionally guarded. Exploring emotions, but be fearless and bold. And this is the moment where you decide to be fearless and bold. Okay, let's find out what all these cards have to say for you then. Oh. Turtle spirit, slow and steady wins the race. Turtle spirit arrives to remind you that when you do what you need to do, putting one foot in front of the other and trusting that you will see your intention manifest in perfect timing, your prosperity and love will grow exponentially. Now is not the time to rush around trying to force matters, but it's coming up because patience is in reverse. So I feel like you've been through a period of patience. Move slowly, perhaps even so slowly that it almost feels as if you are not moving at all. This may be a time to crawl before walking, taking your time to align to Turtle Spirit's place as you contemplate this road you are on, doing what you need to do in this small moment that will soon pass. Now it's interesting, it says aligning, because you're not aligned, right? Or somebody's like higher than somebody else, so there's this aligning thing that needs to happen. And then this thing about kind of pulling back, taking a time out, not getting engaged in drama. Turtle Spirit reminds you that sometimes the best action is to slow right down. So if it feels as if you are not doing enough, know that simply being aware of what is happening right now may be an important step towards determining whether you need to pivot or simply keep putting one foot in front of the other. True love and true success comes with patience, says Turtle Spirit. Focus on the now and the next step will be clear. Okay, focus on the now and the next step will be clear. Don't be impatient with patience in reverse. Okay, keep the balance. Keep the balance. Badger Spirit, be fearless and bold. I feel like there's a time to be patient and there's a time to take action, right? And you'll know when you need to move. But Don't move if you're feeling forced. Don't rush it, something like that. Badger spirit. Badger spirit rejoices at your persistence and commitment to what is true for you. That's what I said. You know, you're keeping those goals in sight, right? Being persistent. Wounded warrior. Whatever you seek, your tenacity and faith in your partnership with spirit is paying off, and the results will soon coalesce into form in your world. The gift of Badger spirit is the surety that taking a risk now and being courageous, fearless and bold will yield wondrous results. This is a time to harness your will and apply it consistently to the pursuit of your dreams. I was just about to say, because I was saying before, it's like this slow moving fast energy, and it was like you had to kind of pace yourself. You had to kind of bring those two energies into alignment. It's like, don't go too fast, but don't go too slow. Move forward slowly and surely. And that's kind of what it's saying. It's saying, don't just leap into things. The Fool card isn't here, right? Be brave, but be patient. So what did it say? This is a time to harness your will and apply it consistently. So consistently is the key word there to pursue your dreams. Know that no matter the temporary outer conditions, you will manifest your desires in divine timing and in the form that spirit deems best for you. Badger spirit says that you can have what it takes to get what you want. You have what it takes to get what you want, So assert yourself, be fearless and be bold, shining your light as your purpose calls you into the world. New relationships are also given a green light now. Don't be afraid to make the first move. Badger spirit loves your brave and mighty heart. I may have the body of a weak and feeble woman, but I have the heart and the stomach of a king, and a king of England too. Love that quote. Right, 36 then. There is always enough. The koi fish who grows big within a small pond reminds us that within each of us is the potential for prosperity. The law of abundance ensures that prosperity is our natural state. So regardless of temporary outer conditions, you've got that twice, temporary outer conditions. And I was saying that, it's like, don't worry about what's happening around you. Keep that core strong. Keep that diamond heart strong, Libra. Regardless of temporary outer conditions, you can call in prosperity and magnetically attract the opportunities and abundance you need. The message of koi fish spirit is to begin to generate wealth within, with deliberate intention, no matter how small your pond may seem, and appreciate abundance whenever you see it. Outer conditions will come to reflect your inner prosperity, so begin to become the self who is comfortable with wealth in all forms. Even if, at the moment, it feels as if riches are not yours, they soon will be. Start to envision the plenty that Spirit wants you to experience, knowing that the moment you begin to commit to conscious and deliberate co-creating, Spirit will joyfully start bringing you what you need. You have so much to offer and so much of value to express to the world. In your little pond, there is so much you can create and much you can attract. Do not underestimate what you have and who you are, for koi fish spirit wants you to know that you are exquisite, loved, and deeply cherished. Trust that the outer conditions are changing to reflect that truth. Okay. If there's grasshopper spirit, take a leap of faith there. I was just about to ask if there is a cross watcher, which I was picking up on at the beginning, and they think that they're this energy, especially this energy, because this is difficult. This person feels like they need guidance. Whoever this energy is outside of you, it feels like they need guidance. So the energy outside of Libra, do you have advice for them? There you go, Emperor, down there in the water. Time for a deep dive and give with gratitude and grace. Look, you've got consecutive cards as well. The cards should not be consecutive, and they've realigned themselves, and you've got 62. There is progress, there is movement, 60, 61, 62. There is forward movement, even if it seems like things have ground to a halt. It hasn't, okay? Things are moving. So, cross watchers high, time for a deep dive. With their graceful long necks, swans are able to reach into the depths. When swan spirit arrives, you are called to take a deep dive, beyond what is easily available on the surface. You may think you know what is best for you now, but take the plunge into the depths of your awareness, for there is knowledge that you are not aware of and great treasures to discover. That's what it was saying in the last reading about Libra. Deeper understanding awaits you, and a perspective that comes from greater self-knowledge is what you need right now to better understand a situation or a relationship. As you come to know yourself more intimately, so too will you come to better know others. So Swan Spirit asks you to go beyond the surface of what is happening between you and others and resist the temptation to judge by superficial appearances. Know there is much deeper potential for loving connections, forgiveness, and mutual understanding. Choose to dive deep into your why, asking the deeper questions of yourself. You are led by this grace of Swan Spirit. This is the thing, they haven't, I feel like here they have the deep perspective, and that turns them into the Emperor. And that's what was coming out in the last Libra reading as well. It's like this person becomes the Emperor because they do that deep dive into your emotions, Libra. But they haven't done that. They're too close to the surface, look, because you're down here with this passion, but they're just looking at the smoke, right? They're just looking at the smoke signals. When the real action is deep below the surface of your emotions. You have deep, deep emotions. And this person's just seeing maybe the reading wasn't for you at all, Libra. Maybe it was for the other person. They're just seeing you know how I was saying about, there's the way that people act on the surface, that, when something happens, people react and they express themselves and they say things. But sometimes it's not even about what they're saying or doing in the moment. It's about what's behind that, looking behind the way the person's presenting to the reasons why they're presenting that way. And this is what this person's doing. They're looking too shallow when you're very, very deep, right? Deep, 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 deep stuff going on here. It feels like you're trying to signal to them, but they're looking in the wrong place. Sagittarius had something like that as well. It was like somebody was following Sagittarius's distress call, but they were too high. Again, this feeling of like they were too high up. They weren't looking in the right place. And then here again, this thing about the surface, right? They're crying over spilt milk here about what's going on the surface, but there's something happening deep down below the waves. It could be like somebody needs the help, right? But they're too busy. I don't know. It's like they're looking on the surface, but all the action is deep in the emotions. Right, okay, let's read 61 then as well. Turkey Spirit. It's not turkey season now. No gobble gobble here. Maybe somebody needs to give thanks for something. I don't know. But the Emperor is in a position where they can give, right? Give with gratitude and grace. Turkey Spirit's message for you is that you always have the potential for manifesting a rich reality, for the turkey represents generosity and a celebration of abundance through giving to others. Give freely without expectation and you shall receive. I feel bad reading this advice to the cross watcher because I'm Libra. It's like, yeah, give me stuff. Give me stuff, please, Emperor. I need it on a deep emotional level. So it feels a bit silly for me to say this, but I didn't get this card, right? This is the card that came out. So, the universe is telling you to give me stuff. Give freely without expectation and you shall receive, for the manifestation of abundance is happening right now. Align with it by sharing your good fortune with others. I'd wonder if this is connected to the Taurus reading I did as well, because Taurus had this thing about doing something humanitarian. Whether you give money, loving guidance, the gift of listening, or kindness in any form, immerse yourself in the flow of generous abundance, being a channel for Turkey Spirit and the desire of Spirit to see all beings experience the blessing of plenty. Give with gratitude and grace from a wellspring of love and compassion, knowing that Spirit will respond by giving you all you need in this moment and all the moments to come. So it's like this person is like, again, there's this thing about... It's like this person's high, they're in a place where they have an ability to give to others. But then Libra energy is showing us perhaps having a bit of a lack mentality, perhaps coming from a more humble background where they worry about money, there's always enough. So there is something with like... It's funny because I was seeing the Six of Pentacles quite a lot last week. Which can talk about somebody who's in a position to give to others, but what they receive back, it will be equal, but it will be in a different form, is kind of the meaning of that card for me. Coyote Spirit, trust in divine detours. Yeah, slow and steady wins the race. Trust the divine detours. The Spirit has to align things. Where's my tablet? So I'm going to talk as I go and get it. Spirit has to align things, and sometimes some people are more ready than others. Some people are, ready to go, and some people are still packing the lunch. So the universe will sometimes put obstacles in our path to slow down the people who need to slow down, and to speed up the people who need to speed up. You know, there's divine timing at play. What does so Libra, 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 Libra. Can I get the song that Libra really needs to hear right now, please? Will Smith. Lost and Found, Switch by Will Smith. Mic check, mic check. What is a club girl? Why you were riding naked? Like it's like talking about dancing on the dance floor. He's like, oh, what do you think I should be dancing on the dance floor? What, like I'm a movie star or something? Something like that. It makes me laugh. Switch. Will Smith. Funny. Right, okay. Universe has got a sense of humour. So, if there is this cross-watcher watching, what's the advice for the cross-watcher, please? Girls, you like boys, you do girls like their boys. Always should be someone you really love. Girls and boys, take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. Streets like a jungle, so call the police. Following the herd down to Greece. On holiday. maybe this person's going on holiday, I don't know. Right, I don't know. That's not for Libra, that's for the cross-watcher if there is a cross-watcher watching. So take it as it resonates, leave it if it doesn't. I hope this was helpful. Do you know, one more song. What does everybody need to hear right now? Undisclosed Desires by Muse. Yeah, telling you, they've got a sense of humour, haven't they? Look at the rainbow colours as well. Right, do take care, and I'll see you again soon. Best of luck this week, Libra. I'm sorry it was such a long reading, but, you know, these things happen. Take care, and I'll see you again soon. Bye, guys.